The Russian offensive in the Novopavlivka direction is not considered critically threatening at this stage, as the enemy's main focus appears to lie elsewhere on the front line. Military expert and retired colonel of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Serhiy Hrabskyi, discussed the situation during a broadcast on Radio NV. He explained that the uneven distribution of Ukrainian forces across the front, due to a shortage of personnel, limits the ability to maintain the same troop density in all areas. What reassures me is that the enemy is primarily building a protective line in that sector. Their goal is to reach and secure positions along the Solona River, effectively establishing a buffer zone. Whether they will push further remains uncertain, Hrabskyi said. According to him, the Russians have concentrated their main offensive efforts between the Pokrovsk and Kostyantynivka directions, where the situation is far more critical. The enemy has learned lessons from Bakhmut and Avdiivka. That's why they are now pursuing a combined approach, pinning down our forces across the front line while simultaneously striking our logistics routes with drones, especially those supporting the Pokrovsk-Mrnorad agglomeration, Hrabskyi noted. He recalled that during the battle for Bakhmut, the Russians engaged in intense urban warfare and suffered heavy losses. In contrast, their tactics near Avdiivka were significantly different. There are growing concerns that the enemy intends to replicate this strategy around Pokrovsk and Mrnorad. They realize that this agglomeration is much larger than Bakhmut. Entering urban combat here would be extremely costly, essentially a bloodbath for both sides, he explained. Still, if Ukraine is left with no alternative, Hrabskyi emphasized the importance of holding the line. For the Russians, any prolonged battle in urban terrain will stall their offensive, and although the pace is already slow, it will become even more noticeable, he concluded.